go sometime.
Let's see. Start at camp.
Okay, that's good.
I think, did anything happen before Clint asked the Rangers and Gregor to go scout?
I don't think so. I think that's what we led with.
Yeah, it was. That was about it, honestly. Yeah, it just we kind of quickly jumped into operational status.
We got our kit in order. We double checked that we did get a long rest. The year ones were training and stuff like that, either with us or with Maven. We still haven't spotted Sir Yosef, the Frog Knight, and it was loud discussions on how to press into Sycusia, and then patrol orders or scouting orders were given out, and were followed through upon. Investigating the 2 spires in front of the walls, which had some sort of arcane elevator. And then the question of, should we proceed? Do we want to fuck with Archaeotech? And it's like, we'll send the expert. And then the expert was followed by a shadowy hound, I guess. I don't know how else to address it.
Jericho is like playing stop and go with Lucian behind him.
Red light, green light.
Bastard.
He's just following his lead.
I think at one point it's just like, pick a speed.
Then the elevator was activated and ascended synchronously with the other archspire outside the wall at around a 10-second dilation. What was thought to be some sort of connecting elevator was actually just Victor timing his ship very, very well. Which in retrospect, yeah, having 2 elevators that go with one another seems a bit of a design oversight. Because that would be really fucking dumb. If
I thought it
one
was
elevator.
odd,
Yeah.
but Sycusia as a whole was odd, so...
You guys made it to the top of the wall, the battlements, the ramparts, and saw you guys had seen these peculiar sets of armor, except these ones came to life after a synaptic link was established that really only Lucian detected. You guys killed them? Yeah, they weren't really alive. That's a good way of putting it, yeah. Put them out of commission. Clint talked to the nerds at the camp to get their thoughts on the situation. On these weird sets of armor that were alive but weren't alive, that did piercing damage but didn't do any damage. Very interesting. We got some insight into the situation to our own detriment. And yeah.
We gained insight.
There was more approaching on the walls, so Lucian Fever falls us over the side because Clint said, "Come back."
Yeah, just come. But there's no point in fighting that. I didn't think we would go back so soon. But Victor was disappeared. But before you guys jumped off the wall, you guys did spot what looked to be a scoured. That's the term. A scoured campfire, cleaned up more or less, and a can of rations, or well, obviously not a full can of rations, a consumed can of rations. You guys jumped off, regrouped, got a second wind, reported back. We talked to Maven a bit on what the hell is with this place. You guys did like the huddle, the huddle of the bright minds, which included Mule, interestingly enough. And that's when we got the insights onto what the armors actually were. We noticed Victor was missing. We went back up the spires.
Before that, Bradford pinged, I think it's the mile radius for primal awareness, or primal mark, excuse me, to see if there were dark ones around. Specifically, did not detect them. Except but he did detect something really, really close by. Actually, I can't remember what that pinged as. Did it ping as like a fiend or like a dark one or what?
I did ping as a dark one.
Okay. What type was it?
Didn't ask at the time.
Cool. Anyways, yeah, and then he mentioned that. I was like, there's one like really close, and then it was just kind of written off. And it's like, okay, that's not weird.
Well, the meta game is that it's the little darling that Erica has. The in-game explanation is it's probably Michael.
Nah, Bradford knew it wasn't Michael. Like, I asked Owen, he said like it wouldn't ping that.
No, you did specify that you were going to check him.
Hmm.
And it was not him.
Yeah.
I think the in-game after that was that it must be Yosef. We just don't know where he is.
So somewhere in a mile, in theory.
But given that the walls are right there,
Yeah. There's not a far distance he could travel, in theory, unless he can teleport through those walls somehow. They're like 30 feet thick?
even he's called the fucking Frog Knight, I wouldn't be surprised at all that
Yeah,
he just
pops.
fucking climbed up the wall with like mucus or something. All right, like
That's
he's called the
gross.
Frog Knight.
No, I was just gonna go with
Mucus.
hops, not mucus.
He's just got a long ass tongue.
Frogs can adhere to
He's
stuff.
grappling with.
You're
he's
right,
tonguing
I
his
just
way
hate it.
up the walls.
Anyways, we reascended the spire, looking for Victor. On the way up, Flora spotted with a jacked fucking perception this weird rope trick, but not the spell, that was a dangling off the side of the ramparts. We were going to go investigate it, but then Jericho disappeared. We still went to go investigate it, but the second wave of constructs were still there, and then they kicked back to life, and we were given an ultimatum. Stay here and fight, or run and find a different location. Or maybe just find a fucking way down. We did not find a fucking way down. We did find another location to fight on. And things were going pretty well until the Master of Arms, we don't know his name in game, but out of game, the Master of Arms showed up and clapped our shit. He has a hell of a jump, jumping like 200 feet up into the air.
And I think he KO'd Bradford and Clint in the same attack.
Immediately, yeah.
He KO'd Clint and Bradford was right next door.
Good times. We did manage to shove him off, although he did disappear after shoving him off, but we'll take what victories we can get. We did acquire his greatsword.
The flamberge was embedded in the wall.
Yes, sir. We put away the constructs and the patricians. Some by just literally dropping bolts down on them, some by shooting bolts down on them, or others by dropping big rock on them. Sometimes it's the Unga Bunga solutions that work best. Jericho, accompanied by Victor, did rejoin us and help. And just so we're clear on out of game, I'm pretty sure most of everyone saw Erica's little darling. Her friend.
Yeah, I forgot we were
Strapped
picking up
to her arm.
where everybody saw that.
Well, yeah, I don't know where we're starting. It's up to O. I think we're picking up there, but yeah. But I think that about does it. Our great muted GM.
Yeah, sorry, my wife is just talking to me real quick. I do think that's it, though.
Yeah. It's surprisingly like concise session. We didn't unlock like more secrets of the universe or anything. It was just like we investigate the area, fight a lot of shit.
We definitely could have gone way deeper in on it, but
That's true. That's true.
there is virtue in brevity.
Yeah. And now we're at a point of, I think. Are we still debating if we're going to go deeper to Sycusia or no?
We're extracting with Victor.
Probably.
Victor isn't set to go inside. Although maybe we could open up that discussion, given that he absolutely slipped past all of us and got up the wall and isn't dead.
Yeah, I think it was maybe going to be a discussion real quick about what we do.
The thing is, he needs to get training for our excursion out of here.
Yeah.
Counterpoint, though, if we find a way out of here in Syracusia, which I would prefer, because then we don't gotta go through the Maze City. I don't want to go through that, because that sounds like hell, fun as it might be.
Y'all gotta use your brains and figure out this maze.
You hear us trying to do a crossword puzzle earlier?
That's a good one. Wait, hold on. Do we ever do an answer puzzle, by the way?
I don't know if a maze would go any better.
The final. Yo!
Oh, he redid it! Oh my god!
What are you talking about? No, I didn't. That was always.
It was like forever. Yep.
Succumb to the thought virus. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
The texture of the floor is different. The texture of the floor is different.
There's a staircase. Ladder. I realized after I said it.
So yeah, you are back here, just having wrapped up these individuals. After the case fell and flattened these ones down here, just barely missing Jericho. There was some cleanup on these ones over here as you killed the patrician, and the constabulary aren't climbing, so not super hard to pick off.
When the patricians were defeated, did the constabularies, the constables, slow or stop? Or
No.
Okay, so it's not like a... Okay, good to know. So the patrician is not some sort of conduit. Damn, there goes high priority target protocol.
Yeah.
That would have made things a bit easier.
I mean, there's still a better priority to hit than the constables.
Yeah,
they can climb and are more athletic.
We know they're, in theory, more capable at the very least. So taking them out quickly is less problems.
I'm gonna gesture at Erica at like the pseudopod friend and be like, get rid of it, get rid of it.
Oh, right. She pulls out a tube, opens it up, and puts some very viscous liquid in and holds it up to her. You see the ooze just start to... it's like a tawny color.
Did she make like jello out of his blood?
I don't know, tawny.
Like tan.
Thank you.
So tan, thick liquid.
Flora's making a grossed face.
It's iodine. That's all it is, guys. It's just iodine.
I mean, some of you may know what this is.
Yeah, sure.
Funny.
What would we be allowed to roll to try and figure it
out? Easily medicine or nature.
Medicine or nature.
Would you allow survival?
No.
Okay.
I will take an 11.
I assume Jericho wasn't able to collect for...
No, because you would be up. I would allow survival.
Well,
do I get an advantage because Blood Hunter? Like,
sure,
monster?
Go for it.
I will have a 12.
Nice.
Medicine or...
Mm-hmm. It smells slightly sweet.
Nope.
Please
okay, wow.
Hacking noises. It's a bit too good.
This freaking diabetic blood or something?
All of you are just off.
Besides Gregor,
I got
a fucking 20.
I got an 18.
Oh, you got an 18? Oh, you got an 18. Yeah. My gosh, what a simple thing this is. It's just an auger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what?
It's an auger. It's just a bunch of semi-solidified carbohydrate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she basically has a biofuel treat to draw the thing back in.
She has dark one kombucha.
Yeah, basically.
Well, not exactly.
Yeah, there's a colony going.
Yeah. Right, because that would imply it's already fermented, and that's sort of the point of the auger, is to cause it to ferment. So it will be kombucha.
Roger, that's boss. Thanks. Roger. All right. How's everyone looking?
I'm gonna be sick.
I think I saw my mom for a sec.
Did we just throw her off the tower?
No, but I did see Duff's door.
Oh, okay, that's what you meant. Got it.
So, I assume pushing that thing over is not really subtle.
No. No,
So
no.
Really are the new
we should make a move.
Not
good
with
call.
Victor here.
We're extracting.
Yeah.
Good of you guys to join us back.
Yeah, I feel like I missed something big.
You missed some real big fucker.
Well, sorry, I wasn't here for it. To be fair, I thought you were going to, just take that squad out. I was going to come up from behind him, trying to extract Victor, but didn't work out that way.
I'm hardly the sort of person to call out someone ditching out of nowhere. But if it's gonna be something like that, try not to keep it unilateral.
Right. Unilateral.
To yourself.
How
So
is it you are able to recover up here so quickly?
Is that Doran?
Correct.
We
That
used
noble
Victor's pitons. Pitons?
Just put it on for accent at that point.
He walks over to the side and he kneels down and starts looking at the edge.
Don't see if you can kick him off.
Just measuring.
You said we were leaving.
We are. Get a debrief on your little escapade later. Right now, safety's priority. Is the way back clear?
Most likely not. However,
Shit.
I was able to stay out of sight for quite some. Perhaps we could do the same.
You really think they're not gonna come check the only tower that's destroyed?
He just walks over here. I think one side we are outside of the line. They don't care for our presence.
Right, it's like the edge of the walls, you mean?
That's where the rep came in.
Sounds like a fixed border.
Threshold.
Makes a little sense.
Who's got rope?
Just points
I
at
got about
Victor.
50 feet.
I got 50 feet. That's another. We can make it work. Look at Victor. You seem to be our expert for the time being. Show us how it's done.
Understood.
And try not to run off without letting anyone know,
He just stops, does a slight nod. Would you have allowed me to come if I said I wanted to?
I would have at least entertained the notion.
He does another nod before going over to the side.
Clint just pinches the bridge of his note, or puts his hand on his helmet. What is the world coming to?
Coming to. It's already gone.
There's always something worse.
Yeah.
Alright, let's follow Cadet's lead and make us so scarce. whatever fancy rope trick Victor is trying to set up, I would help him.
Oh, Jericho, roll an insight.
Gladly. 19.
Ah. Yeah, the use of the word cadet is definitely indicative of who trained them.
Real Riker hours. Let's go.
Did Maven not ever refer to us as cadets?
He always called us recruit.
Only when angry.
Only when angry. Interesting. I didn't know he did that.
It's a very subtle thing, though, dude.
So, as he leans over, he points down. There appears to be the same type of molding that is on the side of the walls. If we're able to rappel down to it, we can use it as a temporary place to wait.
For nightfall.
If you deem that the best time to continue operation.
I'm assuming this is where you're trying to insert yourself into the roster. Do I have that right, Victor?
It would be against my nature not to.
Consequences. Maybe when I'm not bleeding now, I'll think on it more. That being said, I'm not the only person in command right now. Jericho, you both absconded pretty quietly. How good do you think he is? Think he can keep up?
In a fight, I can't say. But when it comes to keeping up, well, I don't think he's got talent for it. I think he's got a keen talent for going unnoticed as well. He was able to sneak out without any of us noticing. Able to get onto the wall with them not noticing.
Turn around to everyone else. And this is... I'll take the silence as a unanimous we're okay with him.
So be it then.
Man, he's gonna be pissed.
I'd be impressed to see what actually pisses him off. He seems to have a leveled head about anything.
I think he's just really good at putting on the mask. Now cut the chat. Let's get to this.
So you begin to set these rope bridges down onto this molding that is only serves the purpose of aesthetic. As you head down, you tie the ropes tight, and you have about 1.5 feet of clearance. So enough that you can sort of sit down, and that's about it.
Enough to catch a rest.
Yeah, that's about it. Enough to catch a rest. You see Victor as he comes down. He sort of like takes the rope and ties part of it to his belt.
I'll do the same. I assume this is in case we fall.
That was my plan, yes.
So put myself over the edge.
Glory.
As we're setting up, do we hear like robotic, rhythmic, clunky, or whatever movements nearby?
While you're setting up, let's see. This process will probably take around 10 minutes or so. At about the 15-minute mark, you would. And they are the clip clomping of heels.
I love the sound effects.
that was appropriate.
That was very, very good timing.
Sound like drums,
Yeah,
like marching drums.
this is Civil War era.
You know they mean business when they brought the drum.
Right, everyone over. Now, is it the sort of molding ledge outside of the tower that we're going on?
Correct.
Okay.
Roll a perception. Whoever's interested.
You know I'm
Always
interested. Wow. Look at that plus 11. Jesus Christ.
That fits. So as everyone's coming down, you notice Doran sort of trails behind, and he is keenly watching this whole process. So as Flora and Jericho are like the last two to go, he just says, I will be lost in case anything happens.
Doran says that?
Correct.
Interesting. How far down is the molding?
It's about 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. He'll jump down.
Don't wait too long.
You will jump down and try to land on the 1.5 foot molding.
1.5 foot. Yeah.
Okay, roll me an acrobatics.
And thus ends the tale of Jericho.
Advantage.
Easy
Ooh,
come,
okay.
easy go.
There he goes. It's Jericho.
You have
Easy.
like slow fall.
Yes.
So yeah, you just kind of like okay, and fall off the side and just like leisurely land.
The whole way down, he has one hand on the wall, kind of like sliding down it almost, despite it being a perfect 90-degree angle, I imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe even less than 9.
Probably in like phrase his glove up some, but he'll land on it and he'll make a show of going whoa, and then catch himself on the wall and cling onto it. I imagine it has like the like bricks sort of coming out. It's stone, right?
Correct. Yeah, the molding is a not jade, like a pale jade color molding that sits across the side of it, and it's purely there for aesthetic.
And then he'll shuffle down the line. It's only 1.5 foot, so you'll probably need to get down and like hold onto the edge of the molding. Careful not to grab anyone's foot.
Yeah, instead of like doing that, like
Everyone just move down.
So as you all get down, do you do anything as you wait this 15-20 minutes to rest? Or y'all take a rest?
Gregor will sit with the flamberge and try. If there is an attunement process, he will do it.
So you want to attune to a cursed weapon.
Before the rest starts, I want to hand out a bunch of chef treats, and then when the rest is over, I want to give out chef treats to whoever will be left.
Does anyone want to play a game?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Depends on the game.
5, 6.
Ow.
I left my cards back at camp.
Ah.
I got dice.
I don't think we can throw dice where we are.
All of us
How
get 5, Tim? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How
You
about,
could, but probably just once.
yeah. How about I Spy?
I'm gonna get some shut eye.
Okay. Well, damn.
Out again. We grabbing a short rest or a long rest? If we're pushing
Long rest
deeper,
is an hour?
4 hours.
4
hours. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was 1.
Wait, are you sure?
We
Oh, yeah.
could attempt to hang out on the sledge for 4 hours.
Yeah. I mean, we were waiting for. Should we wait till cover of night? Because Jericho would say that's what Victor was planning to do before we rudely interrupted him.
When is nightfall? Like how long till nightfall? Because if nightfall's like 16 hours away or some weird shit, then I'm like, no.
Nah, if you took a long rest.
Nightfall is a good thing for, I want to say, mundane means of detecting us. If we go in there and they're connecting to our brains to basically track us and send soldiers our way, I don't know if the cover of night's really going to be that beneficial.
When we were camped out, were there lights, like the equivalencies of like ambient light, coming out from the city that we could see from the camp outside the walls?
No.
Okay. Yeah. This place ain't Vegas. How fortunate.
Maybe at one point there was, but there's nothing now.
Damn.
Right. Darkness.
You ever heard of liminal spaces?
Yes.
I heard of them. I don't know what they are.
It's an area that should be populated that's not, and as such, it is.
Oh, like false housings and stuff like that.
Exactly. The easiest comparison.
Right.
Is, like,
so if you go into an office building and there's